Hi guys, it's Rob here with another database design tutorial. And in the last tutorial we were talking about metadata and how databases are self-describing because they contain metadata. We're going to continue with more concepts regarding database design. And the next concept that I want to talk to you about is integrated. So when we say that the tables are integrated, it means basically that there's data that describe the relationships among the tables. So you have metadata, which is self-describing, and then integrated means that there's also this description of relationships between the tables. And this is handled primarily through foreign keys, but we'll get to that more in a little while. But first, what is a relationship? A relationship. It's an association between entities in different entity sets, implemented through primary key, foreign key, links, right? And it links the tables together. Linking the tables together solved the problem of solved isolated data. So basically, the isolated data problem is that we have this database here. We have all these tables in this database here, right? So let's say we're making a video. We have a video game, and one table is the character information, one table is the weapons information, one table is the boss information. Well, we have all these tables, and that's great with all this data here. But if there's no links between these tables for our database, how are we going to keep accurate record of all this? Well, by linking these up with so basically a primary key, right? So you have your table name, right? And then you have your primary key here. So primary key, and this is just whatever your attribute name is that is the primary key, and then you have more attribute names and whatever, but you underline your primary key. Now you have another table, we'll call this T2 PK2 for primary key 2, and now we have these. And now if we want to link up table 1, this first table here with the second table here, what we would do is we would put PR key, right, the primary key from this first table in as a foreign key for this second table. So now our primary key for the second table is PK2, but our foreign key links with the primary key of that first table. And that's the concept of the primary key foreign key relationship in tables. Basically that the foreign key is the primary key of another table put in as a regular attribute. Notice we're not underlining here. It's not a primary key in this table, only in this one. And that's how the link gets made. That's how this line gets drawn between one table and the other. That's the linkage. Now the primary key, okay, so we have a primary key, right? We have a couple notes to take on this. It's a column or number of columns, right, that identify a unique row in the table, and unique is the key word here. Identify a unique row in the table, which means, let's say we have a character, and two characters have the name Bob, right? So we have Bob and Bob. Can Bob be a primary key in that table? No, because it's not unique. So unique, we usually give them an identification number or something like that, which each one is going to have a distinctly different, or not distinctly different, it could just be, we could have Bob and Bob 2. That's fine. But as long as every one is different. So the next thing is foreign key now. So we have foreign key. Right? And what I want to say about this is it's a non-key column. Notice that, non-key. A foreign key is a non-key column. What that means is we're not underlining it like we are the primary key. This is just a regular attribute, but we're linking it. It's the linkage between the tables, or what provides that linkage, and we call it a foreign key. It's a non-key column in one table that links to a primary key in another table, right? So it links to another tables. I'll abbreviate here, primary key. Okay, and that's why when we see these diagrams, right, and you have table 1, table 2, this link here, this line drawn between them, that's because the primary key of one table, okay, that primary key is one of these regular attributes down here. And that's about all I have for this tutorial, but see you soon in the next tutorial. Thanks. Bye.